late yesterday. These photos were taken. And then you can just kind of scroll down, Lee. Um, Poco and Stewart. I don't know if you're able to scroll. There you go. So Stewart is a little bit later, you know, not by much, but you can see there we're already starting to get a haze of color. Poco's a little later. The Cascade and Pleasant Whites are a little bit later, but we're splitting hairs like about 5 days usually later. So the Karens are always the first ones to start popping. And we saw that at the top of the photo. So, you know, as much as possible, we really want to try to ship those next week. They're just going to do so much better if we can get them out before they open all the way up. I would anticipate we're going to start seeing them open up pretty good by the 27th and trying to ship them during that week. You know, that gets us into the 1st of May. That can be a little bit difficult. The flowers are going to last for quite a while unless we get some kind of crazy warm up that they're not predicting right now. But they ship a lot better in this stage. So we just wanted to show you. I know it's a tough move out there, but maybe you could pass some of these photos along, get them excited. Spring is coming. You know, if you can get these on the lot and have them, you know, they'll be popped open for the 1st day of May. Hopefully that will get people excited and bring them in. So next we got a couple of rhodies. So we got some nice chinoides there. You know, the one in the center is today's photo. You can see just a little bit of bud swelling starting. We're quite a ways away from opening up. This one's going to be, once we get into May, they'll start to open. You know, rhodies in general are usually a pretty safe bet to have good blooms during Mother's Day weekend. You know, they're usually showing a little bit of color or open. It depends on the year. But we do have these all sold. We just wanted to show you, you know, the status of them. So they're looking good. They're swelling. Excellent colors on the leaf. Go ahead and go to the leaves dark purple. I believe this is another one here that is currently sold. And but we just wanted to show you there, we're getting bud swelling. We're getting ready to go. We didn't have any winter issues or anything, so the health of the plant is excellent. We showed you last week we had Rosiums, Rosium elegans still available. So there are a few available for potential sales, but we wanted to show you what stuff you got booked and how it is. You can pass these photos along. Next is Bloomerang Dark Purple. Just a reminder, Jeff does the 3-gallon program. We do the 7-gallon program up here. It's kind of hard to tell in the photo, but you know, they are starting to get that little bit of color. They're forming their flower buds, so you can see just a little hint of color. We're quite a ways away from opening, you know, at least 3 weeks. But we got some just gorgeous big 7 gallons out there. We got 450 available. Plus there's some booked. You know, see there on the description, we put down their tip and 30-inch. So this one can either be a wow plant on the garden center or go into re-wholesalers or, you know, a lot of different, or landscapers, a lot of different avenues there. So I'll do my best impression of a band here. Da, 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 da. So go ahead and click on the syringa. So the official release for the syringa is now. So we're going to be moving these to the current inventory. So I didn't take a picture of all of them. You guys got a lot of these booked and we held on the ship date until now. So you can see kind of in the photo, we wanted to have a flower bud forming, a little bit of leaves, and we wanted to get a final coating of copper on them before they went out. So it's a multiple step process to make sure when they go out, the customer can be really successful with it. We know it's live, we know it's vibrant, we know it's in good shape, but we want to get them shipped before the flower opens up all the way. So so this is a declaration. It's a hyacintifolia. It's a pretty vigorous lilac, very, very tough lilac. It can handle a lot of tough conditions. You know, for the homeowner, the do-it-yourselfer, I really recommend this series. Some of the other ones, the old French hybrids, sometimes you can have a little bit of trouble. These are pretty tough. Go ahead and go into Pocahontas. Should be the next one.
And there we go.
There it goes. So, you know, Pocahontas is another hyacinthifoliate type. You can see there we're getting buds. You can even see them if you look at the 15-inch mark there. There's a bud right beside it forming down in. So there's buds all over these things. And then to show you a vulgaris type, which is, you know, will tell you relatively where the French hybrids are. You can see here we got little buds, little bit behind the other ones, not very far. It's a little hard to tell from the photos, but we got really nice buds, little budlets forming. That's my word of the day, budlet. I don't think it's a real word, but it's my word. But they're forming on the tips, and now is the perfect time to start shipping these, start getting them out. They have to pass along that they need to protect them. There is a natural occurring disease called Pseudomonas, and that can really ravage lilacs, especially when they're in a container, not in the ground. You know, they're kind of in an artificial environment. They seem to be more susceptible to that. Frost triggers that disease, or freezing temperatures. So if you can at least protect them from the frost and not let frost lay on the foliage, that does a world of good. So if they can put them somewhere where the frost, it can be close to freezing, do not heat them. You don't want to heat them, it'll just push them too far. But what we do in the nursery is we keep them covered with high tunnel plastic. We keep them vented. We got big vents on the sides of the houses. We only close them up like last night where it was getting really cold. So we held on to them. We got past this real nasty little spot of weather here. Next week looks good. So we are going. So you will see those in the current bucket. So hopefully that gets people a little more excited about taking product. Just a word on digging. We're out there. You know, we're going to start wrapping up digging next week. Mark got us quite a bit of material. I think most of the material. There might be a few things hanging out there, but you know, we're going to be looking at wrapping it up with what we have by the middle of the week. We still have some horsepower to do some more digging on conifers only. Deciduous will be done. So if anybody out there, you know, needs something, we still have hemlocks available. We got some pines, some spruce available. We can still process those the week of the 27th all the way up into the 1st of May. So don't just turn somebody away if they say, I need something, can you do it? We have time to do it. So